Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we're going to take you to the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. This was actually shot in April of 2023, and at that time, we were not allowed to air videos that were recorded in the national park. We went in, we still used our handheld equipment, shot the videos, so we could share that with family and friends, but not put it up on the channel. Well, the end of last year, that law changed. We were very lucky, so we are going to bring this video to you today and share with you our experience of Guadalupe Mountains National Park.
Come along.
Well, here we are at Guadalupe Mountains National Park. Maggie's posing so nice.
Yes, she is.
But we're going to show you a little bit of the drive coming down. We were staying in Carlsbad, New Mexico, which is probably 20 miles north of the border, and this is probably 20 miles south of the New Mexico-Texas border. But lots of great scenery along the way.
These are some of my favorites. Seeing these old buildings like this along the road just takes you back.
Yeah, you think about in their heyday, back in the probably 50s and 60s, those places were busy and were the hubs of activity.
That's right.
Now the drive starts out just kind of flat. It does get more mountains like you see in the background here. We thought this was really cute.
Yeah. With
the little concrete teepees out there.
Yeah.
And the further you go, the more mountainous the terrain gets. Some of the sights from the big windshield of the motorhome are pretty amazing.
Yeah. This was like an early car dealership.
It's kind of mind-boggling for me, my first road trip west, to see that these things do exist out here.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool. This looks like it was an old service station, but in between the doors it says campground up there. By now you're starting to see the Guadalupe Mountains a lot more, and you can start to see the point of El Capitan out there on the corner. El Capitan is kind of the famous one. What we found out was not the tallest. Wild horses. Always heard about packs of wild horses out there, but never seen them before. As you get closer there to the national park, you'll start to see just how majestic that El Capitan is out there on the corner.
It's quite a sight.
It really is. When you actually enter the national park, you'll see the sign here. This is their parking area. It will accommodate some smaller RVs. If it's not busy, some larger RVs. And this is the visitor center. The park is a little bit different than I think what we expected and what many of the parks are. It does have this little interactive center that shows you some of the wildlife that is in the area here. And there are a couple of trails that go off right from the visitor center. The trail that we took was round trip right around a half a mile, very short. It was paved. It was a very easy walk, slightly downhill going out, slightly uphill coming back. But one thing that did surprise us is there's really no roads in the park. There are some hiking trails that go up to 8 miles long,
There's remote camping up in the hills.
But the main route, which is 62 and 180, that comes down from Carlsbad and ends up going over to El Paso, that is the road for the park.
That's it.
It's just the main road. So.
And it's quite a view.
It is.
It is splendid.
We'll take you out there and show you from the road here in just a couple of minutes. But like we said, the walking trail is real easy, and the views are just spectacular. The nature is spectacular too. You can just see El Capitan there peering over the corner.
Mm-hmm.
El Capitan is actually not the largest mountain. It's probably the most well known, but it's just over 8,000 feet for El Capitan. Just beyond it is Guadalupe Peak, which is the highest peak in all of Texas at 8,751 feet.
The thing I loved about this walk was all the flowers. It's amazing to see the wildflowers out in the desert. You just think that it wouldn't sustain, and they're all over, all different kinds.
And there was yellows and whites and purples and reds.
Yeah,
and
orange.
now the scenery you're seeing, we shot around the 1st of May in 2023. And there's the reds with the little white ones mixed in them. From what we could tell, this is basically year-round, pretty dry area.
Yeah. We were at a good time of the year to have pleasant weather. It was warm, but it was very comfortable.
And warm in the low to mid 80s.
Yeah.
If you're in the sun, it's warm. If you can get in shade, it's almost like the breeze is cool. Now there was a stagecoach line that came through this area, and at the back of this trail you'll see the remains of the stagecoach. It kind of surprised me, but this Butterfield Overland delivered the mail, and this is called Piney Station, and they were tasked with one job, and that was to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. And it said the stagecoach would often travel 120 miles in a day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that really kind of boggled my mind that it would go that far in a day's time. Now we're traveling south from the park, and again, this is on Highway 62 and 180. And you can see El Capitan out there in the distance.
What a view.
There are a couple rest stops, picnic areas, just south of the park, right on the road. And the ranger told us there to be sure and drive south and pull into those picnic areas, because the views of the mountain were even more spectacular, and she was right.
She was right, that's right. It's so beautiful.
And this Guadalupe range stretches up 40 miles from the park here all the way up to almost reaching Carlsbad. It is pretty magnificent.
It sure is.
Well, Kathy, what did you think about our time at Guadalupe Mountains National Park?
I felt like it was hot.
Yes.
And I didn't feel like we found a lot to explore there. I was a little disappointed.
It's a very different national park.
It is.
In that it's a main highway
Goes right through it.
is really the only road through the park. And as the one person at the park told us, the best shot of El Capitan was right there off the highway.
Right from the highway.
So this being one of our first national parks that we had been to, kind of left a lot of questions in our mind if this is what they were going to be like in the future. But as you'll see in the upcoming episodes,
they get better.
They get better.
They do.
So with that, if you've enjoyed our video today, leave us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, watch for the button up in this corner at the end of the video. If you tap that, you can ring the notification bell. You'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.